If we say that we value immigration and immigration justice, we need to make sure that that is also reflective in our policy. And so I'm very proud of a campaign that we built that centers those ideals, that centers those values and that vision for what we need as a community. And that's how I'll continue to move forward in Congress. And I think that for far too long, this reactive conversation of what we should be afraid of has prevented us from being able to have a politics of hope and a politics of life that Democrats can actually identify with. When the majority of the Democratic base has been seeking for the Democratic Party to actually fight for them, that should be the language that we should be leading with.
Thank you for joining us tonight. Again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We hope.
Keep in mind that it's kind of funny, like this is all kind of like propaganda-ish. Like everything she said, I agree with. Like, you know, why let them frame the conversation around, you know, calling you communist or whatever else? Like, that's a really good point. So then why do you guys do it with every single Democrat and framing every single thing around AIPAC or Israel-Palestine? Now, obviously, they're going to have a reason why. Well, it's because if you're AIPAC or Israel-funded, it's such an atrocity to global injustice, or AIPAC, conservative interest of the United States, also affects affordability. Like, actually, well, let me tell you why that issue actually does affect the affordability thing like I say it does, so that's why we should talk about it. But
party, if not its voters. And what we saw yesterday evening were Democrats across the city turning out and voting for a new kind of politics.
A slate of 3 candidates endorsed by Zoran Mamdani won their Democratic primaries in deep blue House districts. In the 7th district, Democratic Socialist Claire Valdez won the open seat over a pretty progressive opponent endorsed by the retiring Democratic member of Congress. In the 10th district, Progressive City Comptroller Brad Lander defeated incumbent Dan Goldman in a race that was largely about Israel. Both men are Jewish. Lander ran as a self-proclaimed liberal Zionist, but hit Goldman on voting against legislation to block military aid to Israel and taking money from pro-Israel lobbying groups. And then the biggest upset of the night, 4-term Representative Adriano Espaillat, head of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus and the first undocumented immigrant to serve in Congress, lost his Harlem Bronx district in an upset to a leftist community organizer named Daria Liza Avila Chevalier, a Democratic socialist who also believes in abolishing prisons, police, and all deportations. She might be the most left-wing candidate to ever win a Democratic primary in our lifetime. There's been a lot of focus on her old tweets, which she has deleted and mostly apologized for. I'm fine with that. My general position is to give people a chance who want to take back something they said or posted. Certainly would love to take back things that I posted. Here's where I have a problem. She has not apologized for attending an anti-Israel rally on October 8th, 2023, a rally that was condemned by Zoran Mamdani, AOC, and Brad Lander. The other problem I have, she sat for an interview with the New York editorial board last week where she said she's against all deportations. She's for open borders because, quote, bordering is a very modern construct, actually. She wants to abolish prisons and refused to say, when asked, she got 4 different chances on this, refused to say that a convicted murderer should be sentenced to any jail time at all. Maybe she turns over a new leaf in Congress and like her voting record doesn't match some of these more extreme positions. I hope so. But I think the reason I bring this up is because when Democrats get questions about this, I think the answer is easy and important to give, which is that she currently holds a range of views that go from moronic to abhorrent. And not only those views not align with most Democrats in the country, nearly all Democrats in the country, actually most elected Democratic socialists, but like I don't even think they align with like a lot of the people who probably voted for her. So like I think people should you just got to say that.
where was any of this, the October 8th energy for Hasan? Is it just because he's friends with him? It can't really be that stupid, right?
I mean, the good faith interpretation would be he hasn't seen like the really negative Hasan stuff, but
so he's just incompetent and retarded.
Has. The steel man would be, do you expect him to watch all of Hasan's stuff?
If they're going to platform the guy, I would think they have staffers or somebody. We're only making millions of dollars, though, doing YouTube shit. So maybe they just don't have the money to hire an extra staff and you need all the extra money for your 5th Lambo or something. I mean, what do people spend all their money on that make all this fucking money in this space? This is my position on these DSA weirdos. I don't like a lot of them because of the weird fucking commie socialist baggage and shit that is coming along with all this bullshit. But that being said, I don't know this. I think that main lady was like the spookiest one. How old is she? She looks like she's in her 20s.
I think she's like in her late. Let me look her up. What was her name?
If you're 32 years old, if she was tweeting some unbelievably fucking retarded extremist shit 7 years ago, I don't give that much. I'm curious what her positions are now, what she would say now, and how she would vote now. I don't give that much of a fuck about trying to character or going back through old tweets to find people. Just find out what their positions are now, get them to talk about things. So like if she's giving talks now about borders or whatever the fuck else, then that's worth criticizing. But the October 8th thing also kind of is, but I'm sorry. Listen to all my Jewish friends, I love you, but like you guys I'm sorry, you're gone. You gotta be, you're out of here. You're out of here!
Where are they gonna go?
Back to Brooklyn, Mooten. Listen, she's not walked back any of her posts about the border police of Ukraine because she still agrees with all that. She is a tanky. I don't know.
October 8th.
That's crazy, man.
Apologized for. I'm fine with that. My general position is to give people a chance who want to take back something they said or posted. certainly would love to take back things that I've posted. Here's where I have a problem. She has not apologized for attending an anti-Israel rally on October 8th.
That's crazy, man.
Uh-oh.
That's crazy. Bro, please talk to Ben Hamas Rhodes about this, please. Okay? Please. Like why should she apologize for that?
Yeah, bro. What are you, anti-Hamas?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was 75 years of apartheid too soon? How many years of apartheid?
So brave.
Brave. How many years of apartheid should the Palestinian people withstand until it's appropriate for
a single protest?
There to be a pro-Palestine rally at any point?
True. Like I said, pro-Palestine and anti-Israel is the same thing.
Like, I don't know why liberals think this is like a good line.
Yeah, liberals.
I don't think this tracks with the average person. I'm not kidding when I say this. I don't think, like, guys, test it with your parents, your lived up parents that probably are now anti-Israel. Because I want to hear, why you have no clue what you're talking about. Jewish Jack 002. Are you
Jewish
a Brandon
Jack?
supporter? I'm Jewish Jack. It's the Mac attack. Like, I'll give you something you can understand, okay, as a Brandon supporter. I think it is unbelievably inappropriate for Joe Brandon to fly to Israel right after October 7 and give Benjamin Netanyahu a bear hug than it is for an American citizen to protest against Israel's apartheid and protest at the behest of Palestinians on October 8.
Wow.
Straight up. One caused incalculable material damage and aided and abetted in Israel's genocide.
Wow.
As it was aiding and abetting in Israel's apartheid and occupation prior to October 7 and certainly after October 7.
It's funny, too, because I know that he's downplaying that rally. If you were doing anti-Israel rallies on October 8th, these were probably the most fucking anti-Semitic, like, hatred, vitriol, pro-Hamas, pro-terrorism, pro-kill Jew, whatever protest you could find in the world.
Is just being on the right side of history, the right side of a moral issue, but perhaps a little too early for the taste of many liberals.
Libs. Anyone else a lib cucked?
You know what I mean?
Was that same rally the dude that shared about the hang gliders? Oh.
Is 9/11 for people that are into Israel? Most of us don't have that relationship with Israel. Some of us didn't even have that with America after 9/11. Yeah, but it just doesn't make any sense to say it right now because like Jon Favreau is not a massive dick rider of Israel. Okay, he's not. Like, he's probably more pro-Israel than the average person is because he was in fucking